shut up. Yeah? Shut up. How dare you come out and try and selectively choose certain things that were said in the conversation and not even represent the conversation right? Bro, I challenge you, bro, to a mubahala. I'm going to put you in your place. Wallahi, I'm going to cancel you, bro. Let's do a mubahala.
Today's video exposes the lies Mohammed Hijab has spread about Dr. Abu Ayah. There is one consistent theme across Hijab's actions, whether it was the sister in their marriage, the AI narrated video, his social media posts, or even what we are going to present here today. This man is a master of deception. Today, as well as in the upcoming days, the world will be witness to that. But before we dive into the jaw-dropping revelations, there's something I need to make absolutely clear. This platform, Behind Veils, does not need Islamic or legal courts to validate what is morally clear. We are simply echoing the Quran when it says in Surah An-Nisa, Allah does not love the public utterance or hurtful speech, except by one who has been wronged. Allah is all-hearing, all-knowing. Dr. Abu Ayah and I act based on the principle of as-sulhu khair. Reconciliation is good. That means we go back and forth between parties, bridging gaps, pleading for resolution. Because there is always goodness in bringing hearts back together. But while we strive for peace, others, like Mohammed Hijab, seem to thrive on chaos. We will challenge those who need to be challenged. We don't answer to institutions or personalities, because when it mattered most, everyone turned away. Not a single leader or institution stood publicly with us. And yet, wrongdoers always reveal themselves. All we have to do is sit at our desks. They expose their own corruption through their actions, their arrogance, and their missteps. A few days ago, Mohammed Hijab, or one of his associates, used a different channel, aided by AI, to try to paint himself as innocent. But they made a grave mistake. They slandered two individuals who were never meant to be dragged into this mess, Dr. Abu Ayah and Sheikh Torana. Now, by the will of Allah, the truth will be exposed, and so will the sociopath behind it. The clip we are about to show is from a video endorsed by Mohammed Hijab himself. I want you to listen carefully, not just to the sound bites, but to the underlying commentary and the sentiment being portrayed.
What exactly compels their intrusion? A clue may lie in a voice note where one of these bloggers tells Mohammed Hijab that he is cornered, all while admitting there is a lack of concrete evidence.
So let's just, you know what, I'm just going to give this to you, and perhaps this might work, it might not. If you don't answer me, خلاص قدر الله, whatever. What am I going to do? But at the same time, she needs to have her voice, akhi. And we saw what we needed to see. And once she moves forward with the Islamic Council of the UK, and once she asks for those list of witnesses, and once they present themselves and they don't, we already know what we're going to do afterwards. So كده وكده معلش يعني you've been cornered.
The speaker explicitly states, you've been cornered. But this raises a crucial question. Why would anyone genuinely interested in truth or justice speak in terms of cornering? Is that the language of an impartial seeker of facts, or of someone driven by a different agenda? Let us listen further.
On the other hand, and I need you to also understand this, I'm not going to be quiet. Every single one of us has been burned by religious powerful figures because of whatever reason. And unfortunately, when people, when they get to that ibtila of a shuhra, becoming famous, unfortunately, the vast majority start to engage in wrong behavior. And I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He protects you from that. I'm not saying that you did it. I'm just asking questions so that you can help us, so that we can help you at the end. But again, I get it. You don't trust us. You don't know who we are. We could just turn around and basically backstab you and betray you. I understand that, and I would probably be hesitant as well if I was in your situation. I don't know what else to do. I'm just giving you a lifeline. If you want to have a video chat with me, if you want to get to know me, if you want to just, you know what, maybe that's what it will take for you to feel comfortable with me. Ahlan wa sahlan.
In this segment, Abu Ayah lays bare his motivations. He openly admits that both he and his associate, who happens to be Dunya Shwaib's ex-husband, have been burnt by religious figures. This is not the language of objective inquiry. It is the language of grievance.
Mohammed Hijab's support for this video is not by accident. It is both malicious and deceitful. This soundbite isn't a fair or balanced response. It uses clever tricks to make Dr. Abu Ayah look bad and to make people doubt his intentions without actually dealing with what was really said or the full context. This approach is a classic example of media manipulation, twisting the facts and making them look suspicious, all while pretending to be neutral or just asking questions. I now want you to pay extremely close attention. He only played a few seconds of a 9-minute voice note. By the end of it, you won't just see that Mohammed Hijab is a liar, you'll see that he is a master of deception, carefully crafting a narrative to make the public believe that Dr. Abu Ayah was the one threatening him, discredit, disqualify, and destroy his credibility. Listen closely. The truth speaks for itself.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته ومغفرته أخي الحبيب. This is Abu Ayah. I am trying my absolute best. I'm trying my absolute best to reach out to you and try anything so that this doesn't come out. I really want you to understand something. I don't know you and you don't know me. I get that. And I also understand that you are under probably numerous threats. You probably have a lot of enemies. You're a public figure. Again, I get that as well. However, akhi, we're answerable to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, I'm not going to get into the fiqh and to all these different ways of why this is allowed and why this is not allowed and what we're doing. This is not my job right now. I just want to give you a lifeline. And you take your time and you figure out what you want to do. You need to understand something. Dhulm is dhulm. No matter what, nobody's going to get away with it. Nobody. And just so that you understand several things here. I work, Brother Salman works, we volunteer. Wallahi, we literally do nothing. And almost everything keeps falling in our laps. And it's the biggest indication that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a purpose for all of this. Yani, when you were behaving the way that you did, maybe justifiably so, maybe just, you don't know who we are, I get that. But when you started acting like this, all you did was just make us now go to the next level. And now we got what we needed. And then after that, it's going to go further and further and further. And it's not going to stop. Yani, we were quite honest in saying that, you know, if you sit and have a conversation with us, we're just trying to resolve this. As-sulh khayr. As-sulh khayr. There's goodness for everyone. So that's what we were trying to do. We're trying to tell the sister there's no point in doing this publicly. We understand the sister is quite upset, and that's why we're trying to get back to you to make sure we have the story. And she already showed us text messages of you saying you're going to make her look like she was desperate. And guess what you just showed us? Everything that she said was going to happen, it happened, and she showed us a proof of the text messages. So I'm going to give you another lifeline, akhi. Wallahi, I'm just trying to help. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to listen to us. You don't have to trust us. You do whatever you need to do. But we also know for a fact that this will affect your family. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He protects your family for you, especially your children. I myself, akhi, I lost my kids. I don't have access to my kids. It's torture beyond torture. I have 3 girls that I do not have access to. So this is, wallahi, this is probably the main reason I am just trying my absolute best so that you understand I care about you. I want the best for you. But if you wrong someone, as your brother, you're supposed to do the right thing, akhi. You're supposed to do the right thing. Fall on your sword, man, and be honorable. You know what? I'm just going to give this to you, and perhaps this might work. It might not. If you don't answer me, khalas, qadarullah, whatever. What am I going to do? But at the same time, she needs to have her voice, akhi. Yani, we saw what we needed to see. And once she moves forward with the Islamic Council of the UK, and once she asks for those list of witnesses, and once they present themselves and they don't, we already know what we're going to do afterwards. So, kida wa kida, ma'alish yani, you've been cornered. I don't want to do this. I just want to have a conversation with you so that we can try to convince her of something else so that we can fix things. That's all that we wanted to do. Again, you don't trust us. I get that. So we're going to put that to the side. Hypothetically speaking, akhi, a lot of us were trying to figure out what's going on. We're saying perhaps he did get married. Again, hypothetically, please understand, I'm not saying you did marry her. Hypothetically, you married her and you found out that, you know what, she's not your type at all. You have every justifiable reason to get out of it. Now, perhaps the sister didn't like that. Perhaps she got upset. God knows what it is. But the main thing that she is saying is that you went back on your word. Again, hypothetically speaking, you went back on your word after you guys got married. And you said to her, yes, inshallah, we'll move and we'll get a house. Yes, inshallah, I'm going to support you. Yes, inshallah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. And then suddenly, as soon as you all got married, you said, I'm not going to call your father. I don't need to call him. And then you said, I don't need to support you. And I don't need to do anything for you. And this is going to purely be a hotel marriage. This is her main grievance against you. It is the main thing that is driving her to this point. Even if it's Salman and I decide that, khalas, after you've spoken with us and you gave us certain things that, khalas, we realize, no, she's in the wrong, and we tell her, hey, you need to stop, she still might go public. But at that point, I can guarantee you that Salman and I will stand with you. And we'll say, absolutely not, the sister came and she spoke with us, and then we have all this proof, and that she's not to be trusted. Khalas. So this is her main thing. I don't know why I feel this is a scenario, a hypothetical, perhaps this happened, is that you told her that, you know, I can't support you, I can't do anything for you. This is just going to be a marriage where we're there for each other physically, but otherwise it's very difficult to do the rest of a full type of traditional marriage.
And perhaps she said yes. In her mind, she said yes. Why? Because she's like, he's going to change his mind later. And you never did. And she came up and she discussed this with you. And then you flipped out and you said, what are you talking about? This is what we discussed. This is what we agreed to. You can't change your mind. وهكذا. Maybe this is what happened. All I wanted from you, I just wanted to ask you, did this happen? Because a lot of sisters, unfortunately, do this. And I know you're a very intelligent guy. You cover your tracks very well. And perhaps you understood this from day one and you try to tell her, and then emotionally she changed, and then she got very, Allahu A'lam what she did. And then what happened. If you have that proof where you guys did agree to this, I'm telling you right now, you have my word. Wallahi, and I said this to Salman, if he has that proof, we're not doing this. Khalas. If she just wants to do a video to warn sisters from marrying public figures without mentioning your name, khalas, let her vent. Let her vent. Maybe this is what's going to get her to khalas, to feel that she got hurt, and that's it. And she can just walk away and khalas. So that's all that we're asking. But if you're going to let us go through this whole other process, it's going to be detailed. That whole process will be detailed. We'll say, this is what happened, and this is how we responded. And so then we have to go through this, and then we have to do it. For what? We just wanted one question. We just had one question we wanted one answer. Did this happen or not? Did you actually say to her that it's going to be X, Y, and Z? Hypothetically speaking, akhi, that hypothetically, if we get married, that I'm not going to be able to support you, I'm not going to be able to do this, I'm not going to be able to, she agreed to it. And then after the marriage, she's changed, because in her mind she thought, well, maybe he's a man and, I can change him out. Whatever it is, whatever that goes through her mind, maybe that's what happened. So that's the first thing. And the second thing is, she said that you've refused to talk to her dad. That's it. If you can just give us an answer hypothetically, it would help us. That way we can try to deal with her and again, do sulh, and khalas, ya akhi. That's it. That's all that we wanted to do. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is a witness to what we're saying. On the other hand, and I need you to also understand this, I'm not going to be quiet. Every single one of us has been burned by religious powerful figures because of whatever reason. And unfortunately, when they get to that ibtila of a shuhra, becoming famous, unfortunately, the vast majority start to engage in wrong behavior. And I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He protects you from that. I'm not saying that you did it. I'm just asking questions so that you can help us, so that we can help you at the end. But again, I get it. You don't trust us. You don't know who we are. We could just turn around and basically backstab you and betray you. I understand that, and I would probably be hesitant as well if I was in your situation. So I don't know what else to do. I'm just giving you a lifeline. If you want to have a video chat with me, if you want to get to know me, if you want to just, you know what, maybe that's what it will take for you to feel comfortable with me. Ahlan wa sahlan. I will do anything so that you can understand that I'm on your side at the end of the day, inshallah, wallahu alam. I just wanted to send this to you personally, not in this group, not when anybody else sees it. It's just between Abu Ayah and Sheikh Muhammad, so that you understand that really I'm trying my best to give you this lifeline. Wallahu alam. You don't have to respond, akhi. You don't have to do anything. However, just understand, man, yani, she has her proof and we've seen it. If it takes it to the level where we're going to get even more and more and more proof, I don't know what to say. Allah musta'an, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us. And truly at the end of the day, and it's just between us and Allah, right? We just want to get into Jannah. That's all that we want. So I'm going to stop here, man. And ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He forgives us if we did anything wrong. But we're justified 100% in what we're doing. And I've spoken to different mashayikh, and I have my justification for this. But the fact that there is a complete absence of people trying to get their rights, and we're minorities. So what are we going to do? No, we have to keep each other in check. And we're doing this solely so that we all can enter Jannah. That is it. I'm going to stop here. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the sincerity and just doing the right thing. Allahumma ameen. Subhanakallah wa bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Subhanallah. Dr. Abu Ayah's tone throughout the message is calm, sincere, and full of empathy. Even though the topic is serious and personal, he stays respectful and speaks from an Islamic and moral perspective. His message is shaped by care and concern, a desire to make peace, Islamic values, and respectful and thoughtful reasoning. Dr. Abu Ayah's words are a powerful example of how to handle conflict with faith, kindness, and emotional wisdom. He speaks honestly and respectfully, trying to protect both justice and dignity. Instead of threatening or acting superior, he offers chances to make peace and focuses on shared Islamic values. Now, let's go back to what Mohammed Hijab did. He purposefully made himself look like the victim and tried to make Dr. Abu Ayah appear to be aggressive. Once again, this is someone skilled in deception. If he could twist the truth about Dr. Abu Ayah, who was only trying to help and keep things private, then what about the lies he has told about Sister Aisha? The 10-second audio clips from Sister Aisha, the sped up video showing only parts of their chat, Just like he didn't share the full conversation with Dr. Abu Ayah, he will never release the full recordings with Sister Aisha. Because once the full truth is shown, it all falls apart. The following is for adults only. Viewer discretion is advised. If children are present, please be mindful and ensure they do not watch this part of the video. Mohammed Hijab, by releasing a private voice note sent to you by Dr. Abu Ayah and twisting it to fit a false narrative, you didn't just cross the line. You shattered every boundary of decency and trust. You violated confidentiality, which sadly comes as no surprise. And you manipulated the public to view Dr. Abu Ayah in a negative light, when in truth, he was prepared to take your vile conversation to the grave out of principle and duty. He protected your honor even when you did not deserve it. But by breaking the standards of decency and trust, and by twisting and misconstruing private conversations, you voided that agreement of confidentiality, leaving us no choice but to release all information in order to restore Dr. Abu Ayah's name and dignity.
Do you know what? Right now, I'm actually very angry. I'm not gonna lie. I'm angry at the fact that this guy, he actually misrepresented a private conversation by selectively choosing some of the things that he said to me and not something back. This is disgusting behavior from a freak. You are a freak, bro. How could you bring on your show and try and interrogate him and question him about leaking emails? How can you do that when you're practically leaking our private conversation and you're not doing it in a representative way? Bro, I'm not going to leak the conversation. I'm not like you. I'm not going to stoop to your level. Bro, everyone can see through you right now. You're a clout-chasing monster. You're a clout-chasing monster. Yeah, I'm angry with you, bro. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to be inauthentic in front of the people and then be something else in private, like you. I'm not going to be two-faced, be smiling in front of me, you know, in public. You're a monster, yeah? Bro, I'm the same with you privately and publicly. How dare you, as a hypocrite that you are, shut up, yeah? Shut up. How dare you come out and try and selectively choose certain things that were said in the conversation and not even represent the conversation right? Bro, I challenge you, bro, to a mubahala. I'm going to put you in your place. Wallahi, I'm going to cancel you, bro. Let's do a mubahala. Let's do a mubahala. Whether or not you were representing me correctly in that private conversation, that you selectively chosen some things and not other things. Let's do mubahala, bro. Let's go on a Zoom. Let's do a debate and a mubahala. But you're not a man. With all due respect, you're emasculated. You're happy to make these videos, yeah? Make these videos about people. But when videos are made about you, you come out and start leaking information and start acting whiny and whatever. When questions are asked to you, bro, about the positions that you choose to defend, you try and act like, oh, passive and benign. What a rajul mutanaqid. What a contradictory man. And what a contradictory man you are. Where are your principles, bro? Where are your principles, bro? I'm not going to come out and reveal my thing. I'll do more bahala with you, bro. I'll do more bahala with you. How dare you come out and try and selectively choose certain things I said and certain things I didn't say? How embarrassing, bro. How embarrassing. And let's talk about everyone who leaked private information, shall we? Why don't we account the people, everyone that you know that leaked private information? Bro, you're a poxy man. Do you understand that? You're not a man anyway. Because if you're a real man, yeah, you would come and have a Zoom one-on-one conversation. But you are not a man. I'm telling you that. Let everyone hear it. You are a coward. You are a walking definition of a coward. I'm telling you that straight. And I don't care what people say. For you to reveal private information, distort it, yeah, for clout and publicity, uqsumu billah al-azim, I'm ready to do mubahala with you. I'm ready. If you're ready, let's do it. Come on, Zoom, like a man, yeah? If you can't protect yourself from a man's words, how can you protect yourself from, or your wife or your kids or whatever, from a man's actions? If you're meant to be a qawwam and a protector, wearing hats and this and that with strong words on them in the Arabic language, bro, come on, act like a man. Absolute weasel behavior.
What you're about to see is a preview of the full text message exchange between Dr. Abu Ayah and Mohammed Hijab. We've made the full uncensored conversation available for download on the Behind Veils website. We did this because of Mohammed Hijab's deceptive misrepresentation of the facts. Now, let's take a closer look at how Mohammed Hijab converses in these messages. You'll start to see some clear patterns. He often speaks in ways that people use when they want to control, confuse, or hurt others emotionally. Here's just one small example. Let's talk about the vulgar and sexually inappropriate humor. Comments that Mohammed Hijab quickly deleted, such as, "Brother Abdullah is into beautiful women." Something so inappropriate, I don't feel comfortable uttering. Here's what these messages show. They are sexually disrespectful. They show hatred or disrespect towards women, and they are meant to put down and shame the woman being talked about. Mohammed Hijab tried hard to lure and pull Dr. Abu Ayah into a vulgar conversation filled with inappropriate and sexual content. It wasn't for sincere dialogue or genuine conflict resolution. It was a trap, something he could use later as collateral to discredit Dr. Abu Ayah. Hijab's behavior shows signs of being highly manipulative, aggressive, and vulgar. These are common in toxic relationships, emotional abuse, and fake online personalities. He seems to focus on confusing people, damaging others' reputations, and protecting his own image. Mohammed Hijab, it was incredibly low of you to attack someone who spent months ensuring you were treated fairly. Your betrayal of that private conversation with him, that's barely 1% of the harm you inflicted on Aisha. Once again, you've proven yourself to be a master of deception. And this time, you've been caught. And believe me, this web of lies is only starting to unravel. Each video will tear back another layer of your deception. Allahul Musta'an.